Here's some basics on navigating the library's catalog, also known as the OPAC, Online Public Access Catalog. Getting started here, there's a quick library search box. This is where you're going to type in your keywords, obviously. Just to note, over on the right-hand side, there are these little boxes that offer other freebies that you can get with your library card number. We're not going to talk about those in this video, but just know that they're there and they are free for you to use. Note that on the home screen of the catalog, you have all these books showing up here. In this example, we've got some Spanish children's books, some cookbooks. So you can see that there's a lot of information, or a lot of books and things available to you that are not college level research. That's because we share all our resources with the Napa Public Libraries and Napa Valley College. So there are some great things in here for you to use, but just note that some of them are not going to be college level research appropriate when you search. Also, other things just to note, under library info, there's a Ask Us button if you need help. There's different ways to search. Under My Account, you'll log in and then you can see your account, items that you have checked out, any holds you've placed, etc. And there's also the saved searches and your lists that you can access. You can save books to specific lists. And then a help button, a bunch of stuff. But that's outside the scope of this video. So, getting started in the catalog, I'm just going to do a basic keyword search for immigration. You can see in this drop-down box, it's sort of suggesting some potential things for you to search within the immigration topic. I'm just going to keep it simple and go with immigration to start. And then as I scroll down, you can see all our search results. We have about 634 search results for that keyword hit. Over on the right, you can narrow your search. Again, this is library speak. It would be limiters, limiting your search. You can say, I only want books. There are 524 with that keyword. We've got some Library of Congress subject headings over here. You can narrow by author, by series, publication date, popularity, target audience, language, and then this is a big one, narrowing by assigned branch. If you only want books that come from the library that you're standing in or the one that's closest to you, or you want to make sure you get college level, mostly college level stuff, then you can pick one of the colleges here. And then I'll change our search results down to 155. So let's take a look at one of these items. It's also known as the book record. Just here on this initial screen, you have some options to you. You can see the publisher, the title, some information about the book here, and there's a Where Is It button. This one is at SCC. In the adult nonfiction, its call number and shelf location are here. The HV section, that's Library of Congress again. You can place a hold on the book. And then there's also Add to My List as an option if you want to save a bunch of books to your list or get full details on the book. When I click full details, you get this little scroll screen that's a little tricky, kind of lumps everything together. Here are the table of contents, and it's this big paragraph that you can see the different chapters of the book. They're numbered chapter 1, chapter 2, etc. So you can kind of see the contents of the book without actually standing in front of the book and holding it. Up at the top, we've got the book title, publisher, date of publication. These are the things you need for your MLA citation. This is an edited book, so it's going to look a little bit different than a book by a single author. And then here is where the good stuff happens. These are the Library of Congress subject headings. So let's say that you found this book by doing an immigration keyword search, but you're really trying to look more at, let's say, civil rights in the United States. If you click that subject heading, it takes you to a screen where you can browse all the subject headings that deal with civil rights in the United States. And then if you want to get really specific, you can narrow down to one of these sub-headings. Over here on the right, you can see how many items deal with each specific subject heading. I'm going to click just this top one, and there should be 81 hits here for all books that have been classified as dealing with civil rights in the United States. Then you've got this whole nice long list that should be a really relevant search pool for you if you're doing research on that topic. So if you find a book that you want and it's either not On this shelf, for example, this one is, it's a Napa library book. Let's scroll up here. You can see this is at the Napa Main Library. It's a teen nonfiction. YA means young adult at Napa. So maybe not totally appropriate for college level research since it's a book intended for high schoolers, but let's say you wanted this book anyway. You use this place hold button and then you'll enter your library card information and tell the system where you would like to pick that book up at. You can pick it up here at Solano College or at one of the Napa Public Libraries or Napa Valley College. So that's the library catalog, the OPAC, sometimes known as the OPAC. In a nutshell, there are lots of other things you can do with this catalog, but this should suffice for LR10 getting started.